Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Learn Social with Ram. Have you ever wondered why Rajasthan becomes extremely hot in summer, why Kerala gets heavy rainfall and why Tamil Nadu gets rain even after monsoon ends? Well, the answer lies in today's lesson and the chapter we are starting is India season. This chapter comes under geography and the overall weightage for this chapter for your final examination is 3 to 4 marks. Why wait? Let us begin the chapter. Let us try to understand the chapter's overview. In this chapter, we will understand about the India's climate, the 4 seasons, starting with summer, followed by southwest monsoon, retreating monsoon, as well as winter season. Then we will try to understand the distribution of rainfall, how seasonal rainfall is distributed across different regions in India. Then finally, we will try to understand the economic impact, the role of climate and monsoon in shaping India's agriculture and economy. So, let us begin the chapter. India has a tropical monsoon climate, one of the most distinctive climate types in the world. But what does that mean? Tropical means India lies mostly in the tropical region and receives plenty of sunlight. Monsoon refers to seasonal winds that change directions. An interesting fact is the monsoon word is derived from the Arabic word mausim, which means season. This seasonal reversal of wind causes the wet and dry periods. Nearly almost 75% of India's annual rainfall comes during monsoon season. That is why monsoon is extremely important for India. You can expect a 1-marker question asking India has which type of climate? The answer is tropical monsoon climate. Now, let us understand that the various factors which is responsible for the change in India's climate. India's climate is not the same everywhere. Agree? The reason is because several factors influence climate. Now, let us try to understand one by one, starting with latitude. So, what is this latitude? Places near the equator are hotter, whereas southern India is closer to the equator, so it remains warmer. So, the distance from the equator determines the temperature. The tropical regions are warmer than those farther north. So, this is the first factor which is responsible for the change in climate. The second factor is height above sea level. Higher altitudes have cooler temperature. For example, mountains like Himalayas remain cold year around. Higher places are cooler. Example, Himalayas, hill stations like Ooty, Shimla, they remain cool because temperature decreases with altitude. Then the next factor is the distance from the sea. Coastal regions have moderate climate because water heats and cools slowly. Example, Mumbai, Chennai, Mangalore, they do not experience extreme temperature. Interior regions like Delhi face very hot summers and cold winters. And the next factor is direction of winds. Seasonal winds determine rainfall. Monsoon winds bring moisture as well as rainfall. The direction of wind also plays a vital role in determining the climate of India. Then we have mountain ranges. Mountain ranges act as a barrier. You heard it right. Example, Himalayas block cold winds from Central Asia. Similarly, in South India, we have Western Ghats force winds to rise and cause rainfall. And the final factor is ocean current. The warm and cold ocean currents affect coastal climate. This influence temperature and humidity. What is this humidity? The amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. So all these 6 factors are responsible or indirectly influence the change in India's climate. So you can expect a 2-marker question and this is a very important question. You can expect what are the various factors responsible for the change in climate of India. You can write latitude, distance from the sea, mountain ranges, height above sea level, direction of winds as well as ocean current. Now let us move towards the very important concept, that is the 4 seasons of India. The India's climate is divided into 4 distinct seasons and each with unique weather characteristics, duration and geographic impact. Together they form a complete annual cycle. So they are, the first season is summer season which starts from March to May. Then we have southwest monsoon season, which starts from June to September. Then we have retreating monsoon season starting from October to November. Then we have winter season starting from December to February. This question can be asked for 2 marks for your examination, which are the 4 major seasons experienced in India. So you will be writing summer season starting from March to May, southwest monsoon season starting from June to September, then retreating monsoon season October to November, then winter season from December to February. Each season transitions smoothly into next, driven by shifting wind patterns, pressure systems, and the position of sun relative to the Indian subcontinent. Now, let us study each seasons individually, and we are starting with summer season. This is the very important topic for your annual examination. Firstly, the summer season starts from March to May, wherein you guys will enjoy your summer vacations, right? So, the summer season marks the onset of intense heat across India. During summer season, the sun moves northward. The sun's rays fall almost vertically. As a result, the temperature rises. The main feature what we notice in summer season is, first is the high temperature, the longer days compared to all other seasons. The days become longer than the nights because the sun is overhead for more hours, which increases the duration of heat exposure across the land. And one more reason is because of the sun's position. Basically, all the sun's rays which is falling on the earth's surface, they fall nearly perpendicular, that is almost 90 degree over the northern hemisphere, which increases the solar radiation as well as the surface temperature significantly. Now, let us try to understand the summer season experienced in North India and South India. First, let us discuss about North India. North India experiences severe heat. Here, the hot air dry winds called Lu, they blow across the plains, raising the temperature further. Example, there is a place called Ganganagar in Rajasthan, which is considered the hottest place in India, which records a temperature of about 52 degrees Celsius. And due to dust storms and heat waves are very common in Rajasthan, Punjab and Haryana, this makes it one of the hottest places in India. Whereas in South India, we experience a moderate climate during summer season. South India is comparatively cooler. Here, the temperature remains around 32 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. The reason is because South India is surrounded by water on 3 sides. As you guys know, India is a peninsula, right? One side land covered by 3 sides of water. So South India is also surrounded by water on 3 sides: Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal and Indian Ocean. That is the reason this helps moderate the temperature. In summer season, certain places receive rainfall in the months of April and May. Now let us discuss about the local convection current which causes the intense surface heating which lead to the pre-monsoon rainfall in certain areas of India. So, in West Bengal, it is called as Kala Baisakhi, violent evening thunderstorms, and in Uttar Pradesh it is called as Andhas. There is a dust storm followed by a rainfall, and in Karnataka we call it as coffee blossoms, which is helpful for the coffee plantation, and in Kerala we call it as mango showers, which helps the mangoes ripen. Please do remember, only about 10% of rainfall occurs during summer season, and this is a very important concept. You can expect these questions for MCQ or 1 mark question. So we completed learning about the summer season. Let's move towards the second season, that is the southwest monsoon season, which starts in the month of June to September. We are currently in the month of July. We are also experiencing the southwest monsoon season. So in southwest monsoon season, the important fact is here the moisture laden winds, they blow from the ocean to land. So these winds bring heavy rainfall. The important fact is the 75% of annual rainfall can be experienced in this season. This season is the backbone of Indian agriculture. Let us study this season by understanding the 2 important branches of southwest monsoon. First, the Indian monsoon winds split into 2 branches. One branch is the Arabian Sea and the second branch is the Bay of Bengal branch. First, let us try to understand the mechanism involved in Arabian Sea branch. Let us consider our India map. It originates from the Arabian Sea and moves northward along the India's west coast. First, it strikes to the Western Ghats, which is also called as Sahyadri Mountains. The places in this region will start to receive the rainfall around June 1st, mostly starting from Kerala. As winds rise, they cool and cause heavy rainfall. Thus, western slopes receive heavy rainfall. But the eastern side receives less rainfall. This area is called rain shadow region, the eastern side of the Western Ghats. So the regions over here will receive the least amount of rainfall, which is called as rain shadow region. You can expect a 1-marker question. What are rain shadow regions? Now let us try to understand the mechanism of Bay of Bengal branch. In Bay of Bengal branch, this branch moves through the Bay of Bengal. So here it brings rainfall to Myanmar, Bangladesh, and it covers the northeast India and the Himalayan foothills. It spreads across the northern plains, and here the rainfall decreases from northeast to northwest. So this is the mechanism of southwest monsoon. Do remember, 75% of annual rainfall is received in this season. Now let's move towards the next season, that is retreating monsoon season. This season starts from October and ends in the month of November. As summer ends and winter approaches, the southwest monsoon begins to withdraw from India. This period is also called as retreating monsoon or northeast monsoon season. The main features of this season is the temperature starts to fall. So here the monsoon retreats and the temperature begins to drop gradually across the country, especially in the northern India. And the second thing what happens is here the winds reverse the direction. So it changes in the atmospheric pressure over land and sea cause the southwind winds to reverse direction and begin withdrawing southward. Slowly the direction of the wind starts to withdraw, which also causes cyclones in Bay of Bengal. The Bay of Bengal becomes prone to severe cyclones during this period, causing heavy coastal damage in Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Tamil Nadu receives significant rainfall during this season. This is why Tamil Nadu gets rain later than many parts of India in this season. And the percentage of rainfall is received as 13% during this season. Now let's talk about our final season, that is winter season. Winter season starts in the month of December and ends by February. Winter is the coldest season. Northern India becomes very cold. For example, places like Ladakh, Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, North Indian plains experience a very cold temperature, cold waves as well as fog. Certain hilly regions also receives snowfall. When compared to South India, in South India it enjoys the pleasant weather because the surrounding seas maintain the moderate temperature. One key important factor to keep in mind is only 2% of India's annual rainfall is received during this season. These are cold weather systems from the Mediterranean region, and some rainfall occurs due to the western disturbances. This completes our discussion about all the 4 major seasons of India. Now, let's move towards our next topic, that is the distribution of rainfall across India. As we all know, the rainfall is not uniformly distributed across all the regions in India. The average rainfall is 118 centimeter, and you can expect a 1-marker question. So 118 centimeter is the average annual rainfall received completely in an year. But rainfall distribution is uneven. So we classify India into 3 major regions. First zone is LRR, the low rainfall region. Second is MRR, moderate rainfall region. And third is HRR, that is heavy rainfall region. The region which receives less than 50 centimeter of rainfall falls under low rainfall region. Places like Ruli in the Jaisalmer is the least amount of rainfall received place in India. It receives about 8.3 centimeter of rainfall per year. And we have places like Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, and these places receive rainfall around 50 to 250 centimeter, which falls in moderate rainfall region. Then we have heavy rainfall region. These are the areas which receives rainfall more than 250 centimeter of rainfall. For example, Western Ghats, Monsoon in Meghalaya, Assam, West Bengal, and the highest place to receive the highest amount of rainfall is Monsoon of Meghalaya. So highest and the lowest. So these two are important for your 1 marker question. They can ask which is the place which receives the highest amount of rainfall. Your answer is Monsoon of Meghalaya. Which is the place which receives the least amount of rainfall? That is Ruili of Jaisalmer district. Let us see the rainfall regions at a glance, whatever we have discussed in the previous slide. The low rainfall regions means less than 50 centimeter, and places like Thar Desert, Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, Kutch of Gujarat, Ladakh, interior of Karnataka receives the low amount of rainfall. As I said, lowest is around 8.3 centimeter. Then we have moderate rainfall, which is 50 to 25 to 50 centimeter rainfall. Places of Deccan Plateau, Peninsula India and the Indo-Gangetic Plain receives the moderate rainfall, and places above 250 centimeter of rainfall is classified under heavy rainfall regions. Places like Western Ghats, which is also called Sahyadri, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Assam, Northeast India, West Bengal receives the highest amount of rainfall. And the place which receives the highest amount of rainfall is Monsoon of Meghalaya. Now let us try to understand the impact of climate on India's economy. As we all know, India's economy depends heavily on climate, especially monsoon. The reason is because agriculture depends on rainfall. A famous statement says, Indian agriculture is gamble with the monsoons. Yes, you heard it right. So, based on the monsoon, the agriculture has an impact straightforward. For example, if there is a good monsoon, if rainfall is good, what happens? Crop production increases, food prices remain stable, farmers earn more and economy grows. What happens if there is a poor monsoon? If rainfall fails, drought occurs, crop fails, farmers suffer. And if there is a excess rainfall, that also leads to the cause of flood, crop damage, property loss. Thus, climate directly affects India's economy. So, we can say that Indian agriculture gambling with the monsoon winds, and this you can expect it for a 3-mark question, and it is a very important concept in this chapter. This completes our chapter India season. This is a very simple and a small chapter. So you guys have to keep in mind that India has a tropical monsoon climate, followed by India has 4 seasons: summer, southwest monsoon, rotating monsoon, winter. Monsoons completely control the rainfall distribution, and climates play a major role in India's economy. I hope this video was helpful for you, and if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel Learn Social with Ram. Understanding seasons helps us understand India's climate. So this chapter will fetch you 3 to 4 marks for your final examination. This is Ram. Until next time, bye bye, take care, Jai Hind.